Nope. Oh my goodness. Oh, wow. I can't hear you. I'm gonna see. Okay, can you hear me? Mm-mm. I don't know. Mm, mm-mm. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Hold on.
Your call has been forwarded to voicemail.
Mm-mm. Y'all, y'all don't talk about this. I can't even get my volume right. Can, can y'all hear me? Mm-mm. Can y'all hear me?
Can you hear me?
Okay, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Probably
All
just had
right.
to log off and log back in. How you doing?
Okay. I'm doing good, girl.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. I'm like, I was wondering what in the world going on.
You want to do any?
Okay.
You want to do any disclaimers before we get started?
Not really. But I'm just gonna say, whatever I say is gonna be the truth.
Okay.
Uh, if if I like be like pause or whatever, it's because the question that you ask me might have an answer that involves someone else, and I'm trying to figure out how to put it in a way that won't start no confusion.
I think we're gonna be all right. I know you don't know the questions that I'm going to
Oh,
ask you, but just relax. Everything's going to be fine.
no, it's
Um, we're going to start off a little light, okay?
okay.
Just so we can kind of get. I know a lot about you because of course, you're my sister. But I wanted to kind of chime in on the things that and some of the questions that I wanted to ask or wanted to know about you. You're a bit older than me. Um, so one of the first questions that I wanted to ask you is rather, like, what are your earliest memories? Some of the memories that kind of shape you to be who you are today.
Um, I guess the earliest memories would be like dealing with uh okay, so I can answer the question like you talking about like on the lines of like what is it that I can remember, the earliest thing that I can remember, or just
Like just
any.
anything, but really things that impacted you and like mold you into the person that you are today.
Well, I would think it would be the way mama raised us as far as, being about putting God first, her
Hmm.
teaching. Um, and then it's some teachers. I remember a teacher, Miss Davis. Um, I can't remember her what she taught. I think she taught math. I think whatever. Miss Davis. She was a really nice lady, and now I know why, because she she was living a saved life for the Lord. But mainly it would be, the way that we were brought up, how mama raised us.
So basically, religion, spirituality, um, all of those things have kind of shaped you and put you on the path that you are on today.
Well, yeah, just being taught, to do people like you, treat people like you want to be treated, and just being, you know, not being on the lines of, being evil or whatever. Just treating people like you want to be treated.
Okay. Now, I'm aware of a lot of things. Like I said, you're my sister. We grew up kind of, um, despite some of the things that we were taught by mom, by dad, we grew up some of us grew up very rebellious. Um, some of us grew up, you know, with when it comes to like some of mother's struggles, some of our brother's struggles. Did any of that affect you? The violence, because the violence wasn't from, in my opinion, the violence wasn't from our parents. Our parents gave us the necessary discipline when it was necessary. In my opinion. But
Um,
that is something that have you ever experienced things like that from mom, like doing mom or dad during the time that I'm not privy to, or I'm not old enough to, um,
okay,
know or see it?
I'm trying to understand the question. You said some violence. What?
Violence. What I mean by violence is the way we as children used to go at it with each other.
Mhm.
It was very traumatic in some sense for myself. But we used to go at it. Maybe you not so much because you're not as old. Oh, you're not wasn't young with us, the younger siblings that I had. But my question basically is, where did that come from? Because I don't recall mom and dad just, you know, uh, doing us like that for nothing. And if it's something I missed, I would want to know.
No, mama wasn't. No, they didn't mistreat us. Um, but I don't know. As far as violence,
Like
we got
fights.
whooping.
No, I'm talking about fighting each other in the home.
Well. Since you brought that up, really wasn't nobody doing too much fighting, but sometimes I might hit you.
Well, not me per se. But based on my memories, I don't remember being just hit for anything that I didn't do. But within the home, there were times where we settled scores by being, violent and abusive to each other. Is that something that you feel like you never
No,
saw or experienced?
no, I don't. I don't.
Okay.
Like I said, dealing with that particular something like that, it would been, like I said, if I hit you, it had to do with something that you, like if I tell you to, to leave me alone or something like that. But as far as all that, I don't, I really didn't never, and I think what it really is, dealing with the age
Yeah.
when I was in the house with y'all. I don't, that, matter of fact, really, to be honest with you, the time that you was in the house, I pretty much was out, kind of like, you know, as far as like
Wait a
when
minute.
we,
Somebody telling me to take my glasses off. You better just listen, partner. I don't think they can't be talking to me. But okay, go ahead.
um, pretty much what I remember as far as growing up with my siblings, it wasn't it wasn't when we was in the house together, it wasn't no fighting or
Right.
nothing like
Okay.
that. I don't remember nothing like that.
Okay.
Now,
So it must have just been me.
yeah, it had to be you. You, because you was always starting stuff.
Yeah, I was finishing it too. Okay.
But yeah, the thing is, like I said, for that part, I don't, necessarily remember no stuff like that as far as violent part. Now, like I said, as far as a couple times when we were little,
Hmm.
um, I might have hit you or whatever, but it was because if I asked you to leave me alone, that's what I, you know, really wanted you to do. But as far as just doing something like that,
I don't disagree with that. I can't remember any time where anybody just hauled off and hit me for nothing. I can't remember a time where mom and dad spanked me or whooped me for nothing. So I definitely agree with that. And there is a gap because the majority of your life it was kind of like mom and dad together, and
mm,
then when we started growing up, you were with dad and we were still with mom. So there was a bit of a age gap there.
yeah,
Okay,
okay.
okay. Now, one of the things that have kind of shaped me over time is like dealing with grief. We've had a lot of loss, in our family. Um, how do you deal with your grief um, from day to day? Is it something that tools you use, or is it something because when I interact with you, you seem very put together, and maybe that's because you do rely on your spirituality a lot. But what would you say are some of the tools that help you through that?
Well, mm, okay. Dealing with grief. Um, Now you said I'd be well put together.
You appear to be.
Yeah, but when I mean, whenever it seemed like the person that seemed like they strong, behind closed doors, they not as strong. You know what I'm saying? Because especially when a person feel like they don't necessarily have nobody really to talk to,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody, you are ear for everybody else. But whenever it's time for you to talk, it always wind up that you listen to them.
Mm-hmm.
Like it switch. So therefore, I just rely on talking to God, really. But as
Okay.
far as this, I just feel like whenever someone leaves from here, um, I just take it, like um, that this, that God, first of all, He knows what's best. And
Right.
if you don't treated the individual right, and you don't have nothing in your heart
Mm-hmm.
toward the individual that you haven't talked about or whatever, then I mean, I don't, I be at peace. I'm gonna put it this
Right.
way. I be at peace, but yet and still, you miss them
Right.
and you miss like dealing with mama. Whenever I had somebody to talk to then, you know, um, I, call her at any time of the day or night and she'll talk. So that's the part that I miss, that
Right.
part. Um, because, even, you know, that's the part I miss. Just being able to talk to mama. But outside of it, I just try to keep my mind focused on positive stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then that kind of weed out the the part about just really drilling on the fact that they gone or whatever. Think on just positive stuff of the good times that you done had with them, stuff like that. But I just know that everybody gonna have to go at some point. So
Right.
that's the reason why I strive to at least try to um, be a part of the people life that I say I love. You know,
Mm-hmm.
whether calling or trying to be around them. But a lot of times people think that you just because you might be going through something, and you calling them and you just want to talk to them, But most time people think that you want something, and it don't be that. You just be wanting talk to them and just talk to them. You don't be wanting nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
Now, have that had has that had like has it taken like a mental toll on you, like having experiences where you don't feel no, I don't want to speak for you, but has that taken a mental toll on you? Has it affected your mental in any type of way?
well. Mm, at some point it it will it will bother you. At some point it will bother me. At some point it have bothered.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I done got to the point now that I'm not really worried about that. I'm not worried about it because I ain't worried about that.
Okay. Now, you have spoken openly, so I feel comfortable saying this. You have spoken openly about your marriage. You've spoken openly about his incarceration. So, um, one thing I wanted to ask, a question that I wanted to ask is, how did you get to a place of forgiveness and understanding and trust within your relationship, uh, knowing some of the things that occurred because of his incarceration? How did you get to that place? Because I think that's a strong, to have that level of forgiveness and understanding and trust is deep.
Trying to understand. I'm trying to understand the question. What occurred?
No, what I mean, like the reason for the incarceration,
Oh, okay.
not anything. The reason for
So,
the incarceration. How did you get there?
what you asking is what I take that you asking. um, like, how is it that possibly I can be with him?
Trust him, love him, understand him, forgive him, all of the above. How do you get to that point?
Well, this is the thing with dealing with Larry. He he haven't. Okay, how can I put this? He have always treated me good,
Mm-hmm.
like, and it's some situations dealing with that uh, I'm not gonna speak on,
Mm-mm.
but I mean, the reason why is because the way he have treated me,
Right.
you know, and as far as like trusting him, I pray and I be asking God. I talk, to the Lord concerning even now I pray and I be asking God concerning things.
Right.
And and I feel like he be and gave me my answer toward
Mm-hmm.
it. So that's the reason why I'm at peace with even being married to him,
Mm-hmm.
because he really ain't no bad guy. He really ain't no bad guy. Like,
Right.
I thought that he was in the game. I thought he was in the game, but he really wasn't in the game. Just like people probably thought I was in the game,
Okay.
but I wasn't. I was just around him, and that's the way it was with him. He
Mm-hmm.
just was around the people that was in the game.
So basically, you know who he is, like the truth about what type of man he is, what contribution he makes to you guys' relationship. One thing I would say is, in the past, when I've seen you guys interact, all I see is like love and understanding from each other. I haven't seen, anything of that, and that's pretty hard to find.
Well, look, this is the thing about back then. He wasn't the problem.
Okay.
He
Uh,
wasn't the problem. I had issues.
yeah.
He always treated me good. But I had my like, people look at me now, I'm nothing like that person back then. Because I had a lot of hurt. I had a lot of I didn't trust, and
Mm-hmm.
he treated me good. In spite of That's the reason why I love him like I do,
Right.
because he never, even while he incarcerated a couple years, my attitude wasn't like it is now.
Right.
But I asked God, I said, Lord, um I don't I don't want to, how when you say stuff and you can feel it and
Mm-hmm.
it hurts you, you know that it's not right, you know.
Right.
So I was like, God, please help me to be in the right spirit and don't, be sharp with my words because I sometimes I would be sharp with my words and stuff, but I'm not like that now. But
Hmm.
I that's the reason why I love him
Right.
because we have never he's always been lovable toward me. Um and you know, people like when you young, you do stuff that you you don't have no business being even with the people or being apart. Here come Abby. So this alive. I don't know how long we gonna do. Yeah, you
And
don't
we ain't
know.
got. Well,
No,
anytime you want to end it, just let me know. Okay.
no, keep.
So I know I'm talking a lot about emotion and feelings and things like that, but because those are some of the things that I want to know, and the way you present them, I want to kind of learn from that because you, in your old age, you present yourself really well when it comes to emotion. But when it comes an emotion that I struggle with is disappointment. I
Mm-hmm,
don't like being disappointed. Is
mm-hmm.
that a issue for you, or how do you deal with disappointment and being
Um,
disappointed? And that's in any aspect.
well, I think as far as disappointment,
Hmm.
I don't think because I never really God help me word this right. It's just recently I have been disappointed
Hmm.
because of because of situation dealing with the what I just went through.
Hmm.
It was like I was disappointed about that. Disappointed, hurt, um, and but as far as being disappointed, I can't necessarily remember anything. Well, I was disappointed when it came to, you know, Larry getting locked up.
Hmm.
Um, but as far as like, it's other things that I was disappointed about. But how I deal with it is I try, I try not to dwell on it. That's what I
Right.
try not to do.
That's a good strategy. Trying not to
That's
dwell
you
on
know.
it. Yeah.
But some things um I might have or might be dwelling on it too long
Hmm.
because of the fact that I have uh, mm, like I have missing pieces,
Right.
and it's but if I had the whole thing, I probably could kind of like let it go,
Hmm.
but that disappoint right there because of the fact of the people that I believe that was a part of it, and if they were close folks, close people. People that they really, I'm thinking that they love me like they said, but really they hate me because um how could a person like that if they really love me? So that's what disappoints me because of what I believed them. You know? Yeah.
Has that it was, has that become like a day-to-day struggle with dealing with that? Because people say hate is a strong word. Uh,
Oh, I don't hate nobody. I don't hate nobody.
No, I
I
know you
love,
don't hate nobody at all.
love them.
You ain't got it in your.
Um,
You don't have that in your
loving them
spirit.
through the hurt.
Yeah. Now, because I have personal knowledge, I know that you have had and started several businesses. You know, you're doing the where you were gathering the clothes and helping the homeless, helping people, you know, who lost their homes in fires, just supplying them with clothes and stuff like that. And also a transportation company that you had. What motivated you to get into business and to be what I would say successful at it?
I wouldn't say.
I
Thank
think
you.
you were
Thank
successful. I
you.
do, you know, I think you were successful at it.
Thank you. Thank you for thinking that.
I
Some
haven't
people,
had a
they wouldn't have
business
stole my
since,
stuff. If I was successful, they wouldn't have stole, they wouldn't have,
no, but
took over.
you started it. You, those were your ideas. That was you. The person who wasn't successful is the people that decided that it was their desire to be hateful and steal your shit. But
Mm-mm.
I do think you were successful. And if I think
Okay.
you were successful,
Okay. I don't know.
don't talk down to yourself. You were successful because you know
I
how
don't.
many people got those ideas and never start them,
Well,
right?
okay.
So what put you on that path to want to be in the business of helping others?
Well, one thing is, I remember when I was in school and how they used to talk about them children that didn't have.
Hmm.
Their shoes was messed up and stuff like that. So so hold on just a minute. Hold on.
Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
Uh, yeah. So that's what made me, desire to do that. And then, I love driving.
Right.
So by me loving driving, I love taking it to the people. Um, be Lord's will, and I get another vehicle. I'm going to start back driving. But I like and then I like doing it when don't nobody know it. I don't be want nobody to know what I'm doing.
Right. Okay.
But,
Okay. Well, I think you were successful, and I appreciate that. You know what I mean? That's hard work. You did a lot of work for that. Um,
no, when you doing something that you love doing,
mhm.
it's easy.
Feels like fun. Okay.
Yeah, it do be fun. Yeah.
So if
So
you had, oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say it don't be feeling like no work. It be fun.
Right. Okay. 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 And this is going to be the final question that I'm going to ask you because I know the boss has entered the building.
They upstairs.
Okay. So, what would support, if you had the opportunity in a perfect world to get the support that you needed, what would that look like to you? What does supporting you look like?
Mm, to be honest with you, mm, to be honest with you, as far as supporting me, my mind be because of the fact that and that might be reason why I don't get it.
You self aware.
That's probably why I don't get the support because I don't be expecting it. I don't. The only thing that if I was able to have, if I was able to have, like, I would love to do that clothing stuff again.
Mhm.
If I had a box truck for that, like I said, I would enjoy just, you know, whenever them people need clothes or up the road or wherever, I would love taking it to them.
Right.
But I know I've had started looking into some grants, trying to get some grants so I
Mhm.
can do what all. Now I'm gonna tell you,
Mhm.
I get what I need. Yeah, it's gonna be successful. That now you what
By
you
your
saying?
by your standard, I guess my standards are lower, but by your
Well, I
standard,
don't know. I don't know, but it would be successful because as far as because if you driving for Lyft,
hmm
you know, I'm by me having a um 5 point star, whatever you call it. I could do that for myself, not
correct,
to say for myself, but I could do it for my business, for me,
right,
which is not for me, it's for, you know, helping other people,
right,
you know. Um, but the reason why, as far as the fact about the business, the reason why that got like it was because it was during COVID time when I started. And when I started it, I had that truck and it was like that truck was messed up.
hmm
So I had to stop using it. I wasn't gonna lie for no PPP because it was a man trying to help me to get the PPP. He was like, you can go ahead on. Hold on. What? Yeah. What? Yeah. What? What? Okay. It ain't gonna be that much. Okay. Yeah. So everybody was getting the PPP.
right,
And I was like, God, I'm telling the truth.
right,
I don't have no capital. So and I had a business.
right,
But I couldn't get it because I wasn't feeling I could have easily did what the other people did.
correct.
Wrote up receipts and had the $20,000. But I'm not because I don't want to go to jail, for lying for some money. That no, I'm like I
There's a
ain't finna
negative,
something lie for $20,000 and then be locked up later.
right,
No,
and that's a
but I
certain level
actually
of integrity that goes with that too.
and I don't want to go to jail. So because them people, whether they know it or not, they might come up later and be like, "Show me the proof of your business."
hmm
I had it. I had the business, but I didn't have the capital. So that I, you know, couldn't do nothing. So that's the reason why, but I don't know. If I had the capital, but it was uh, a fresh start business, so I couldn't
Right,
just sit up there and lie. Well, I could have, but I wasn't.
you did the right thing.
Yeah, because it's a lot of people got their PP and they were getting uh their body fixed and all that stuff. But I actually really wanted to do I
Right by
wanted to
it.
do my transportation company.
Okay,
It's gonna happen though. It's gonna
I
happen.
believe it. I believe it. Um, so Is there anything else you would like to add, or anything you want to say to encourage someone else?
Well, the only thing I would say is, I mean, don't, if God put something on your heart to do, don't give up on it, because at some point, it's gonna happen.
For
It's
sure.
gonna happen. You just gotta keep, keep, just keep, your mind focused on what it is that He wants you to do, or even, what you desire to do. Just don't give up on it. One day it'll
I can dig it. I can dig it.
happen. Huh?
I can dig it. So it's been super duper 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 nice talking to you. Um, I appreciate your honesty and answering my questions. You got anything for me? Not no
That's what I
questions.
was. No,
Don't
that's
put
what I was saying.
shoot. Don't ask me no questions. Nothing. Don't ask me nothing, Nathaniel.
Why people don't like questions?
I don't think it's that. See, don't ask me no questions. I talk entirely too much. I be so happy when I'm quiet. I get sick of myself. So, well, let me ask you a question. No, if you got a question, I'll answer it, but I'm sure you don't.
Not off the top of my head right now. I probably later come back and then
That's
have some questions for you.
that's fair. That's fair. If you had a question for me, I'll answer them honestly. But unlike you said ask you anything. You don't ask me anything. I talk too much.
Well,
Don't ask me anything. Please don't ask me anything.
if I
Mm-mm.
ask you something, it'll be about you.
Oh, well, no, don't ask me certain things about myself because it'll spill over into
Other stuff. Yeah,
other
you
stuff.
will.
So it's gotta
Yeah.
be like real. You gotta be, yeah. But I'm sure you can.
I know
I'm
one
sure you won't
one
do me that. But I like that we did it blindly, and you had no idea what I was gonna ask you, and
mm-mm.
you answered everything perfectly to me.
Well, the best of my knowledge, that I could. But that's, cause, and I was just like saying, it's strange for me to not. Well, I guess it ain't strange, cause I don't necessarily have anything to hide, you know.
Right.
Um, so that's the reason why I said it don't matter what you ask me. I was gonna just
Yeah, I
answer it
appreciate
the
it.
best of, my ability.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
nice. That's
Yeah, because
nice.
I thought you was asking me what was the when you said what I remember about my younger days. I
Hmm.
thought you was asking like what was the thing that I remember, or like the
Like,
furthest
what was your
thing.
first? What's your okay? So what is if you don't mind me adding a
The,
question?
I mean, the furthest thing that I remember was when I was 3 months old. And
Okay.
I know that is when I was 3 months, because that's what Mama had said. I
Okay.
had told her, I said, Mama, I remember, I remember when um, this lady was laying in the bed, and she was in uh, a white gown,
Hmm.
and she asked me, she said, and I also, as I'm speaking of it, remember Daddy leaning me over, showing me to her.
Hmm.
So Mama said, how you remembered it? She said, because you was 3 months old. And I said, I don't know, but I remember it. It's just like I can remember. But that's the last time that I saw her. So therefore,
So who is
I
her?
was
Oh,
wondering,
the white lady in the white dress.
yeah, our grandmother.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, ooh, oh, lady in a white dress. Okay, okay.
No, it was really lady in a white dress.
No, I'm just
Yeah,
asking because I'm like, dude, do I want to see the lady
yeah.
in the white dress?
Well,
So.
she I believe I don't know whether after she told me that I was wondering if I saw her in her robe, her right robe.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like whether she was, because short. I believe she might have been dying then. You know,
Oh, okay.
I don't know. But Mama, that's the like the furthest I remember,
That's
and
that's pretty specific.
I know that it was 3 months because Mama had told me. I was just talking to her and asked me. I said, "Who was that lady that was laying in the bed?"
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I said she was laying in the bed, and she was like, "Well, I don't know how you remember that because you was 3 months old."
Hmm.
Yeah, but that's the earliest, well, latest that I remember. That's
That's
why
pretty
people's
good.
talking about I got dementia.
Well,
I don't have
no,
no
I can't.
dementia.
I can't. I can't
I
remember
don't
yesterday. That's for sure.
schizophrenia. Huh?
I say I can't remember yesterday barely. So if you got it, I got it.
I remember.
What's up?
I remember stuff that people didn't say. Matter of fact, I'm gonna write down a lot of stuff that folks said that I remember because I feel like I need to do that.
Right.
But no, I ain't no schizophrenia and all this stuff. People try to make it. They try to do that because they don't want other people to listen to you.
Right.
They
And
try to
it.
block.
I will say this with my struggles. Speaking for myself, it was like when I accepted my diagnosis. That's when everything became about it. Now I always been outspoken, but once I accepted my diagnosis, everything I said was like surrounded by that. So I get what
About
I definitely, yeah, like if I say certain things like, oh, you unhinged, and you saying or insinuating I need to get better from something. Yeah, I may need to get better from something, but I've been this person who I am that's been outspoken. So don't waste your time not believing things that I say or thinking that, because of your excuses. Oh, K deals with this or K deals with that. So I get you.
what you
People
be
start not to
saying.
take you crazy. People start not to take you serious when they think you're crazy.
Yeah, 'cause people don't want to, they be like, you know, what you saying ain't for real. But this the thing, you know how they be saying receipts.
That's what I'm saying over here. I wasn't gonna say it if you weren't gonna say
I don't care. I don't care how much you don't believe me.
it. Yeah,
I got
I wasn't gonna
something
say
to
it.
talk to. Yeah, so just just don't believe me. It don't matter.
Yeah,
And believe whatever you want to believe.
but when you got receipts and you sitting on them, you ain't even talking about half of the stuff. You ain't
That's the reason why.
presenting none of the stuff really. You just saying
That's the
what's
reason,
what you know to be true.
that's the reason why I ain't worried about it. I ain't because I'm not worried about it. People
I
believe
don't
whatever they want to believe, but in the end of the day, uh, it's gonna be some proof that I'll be able to show.
right. Well,
Yeah,
you got it.
yeah. And the
Definitely
thing
got
is, you have to. I thank God for. I feel like I got patience. I could understand a little more, but um, I've seen a time that I would just jump out there,
it. Mm-hmm.
say this and say that. Whenever I say something, that means okay. I feel like God tell me to say it or
Hmm.
allow me to say it. But I don't just jump out there and just say stuff just because I know to say it.
Right.
I say it because I feel like this is what I'm supposed to say.
Correct. Correct.
And shortly after, then the proof will come. So I'm not
Because you
moving.
trump tight when it comes to the things. That's why it's so easy for me to support you because you'll say something and then you'll prove it, or you'll, say
And
this, and then you'll be, and
I
I'll be
don't
like,
have
how,
to.
if it's right in front of my face, is it'll be very difficult for me to sit around and act like it ain't real, because then that means something wrong with me for real. So,
Yeah, yeah. I don't have to. It's like when I be like the lady that brought me to the house. I was telling her something,
hmm
and I didn't know what was going on around me. And she
hmm
looked through the window and she said, "Is you talking about them?" And I turned around and I said, "Yeah." And then I said, "You see how it works? You see
right,
how I'm just talking to you and I didn't have to, you know,
right,
it just the proof just showed up." So she knew she was like, I believed you. If I know she believed me because she was one of the people.
right. But not only that,
So
I know you have
yeah,
spoken in the past, or I haven't heard you say anything about it lately, probably because you're just sick of talking about it. But I know for a fact, like when you were saying something about those damn white cars, it's a video. That video, I've never seen. You know what I mean? It kind of, what do I say to that? If I see them for myself,
yeah.
so I
And
rather
even like
trust.
the one in Memphis that I think we was some lane we was in, and then
They switched
who was
over.
in the lane first? They switched over because you switched over.
They was going to no, they was going to turn this way, and you predicted everything they was going to do before they did it, and you slowed down, and then they did just what you said. Watch, once we get over, they gonna try to get over, and they tried to skip 2 lanes to get in front of us, and then try to anticipate because I had the signal on. They turned their signal on, and they ended up having to turn, and we went straight.
Yeah.
So you show me, I believe. But anyway, I'm here to support you in any way I can. Um, I got your back as much as I can.
Yeah. Well, ChatGPT.
As you didn't start tapping on that dang on computer. So,
No, I've seen notifications and yeah, but I think it's about time for us to get off this.
oh yeah, I know you
People
got
can
stuff to
start
do.
coming on.
They'll go back and watch it.
Yeah,
They'll go back.
yeah.
I didn't even
But
see the people on there. I wasn't even paying attention to that.
yeah. Uh, but let me see what I've been looking for my glasses.
Well,
Um,
they told me to take mine off. You want mine?
Yours ain't prescriptions,
Yeah, they are.
really?
Real bad. I can't. I have to have my glasses on. The only glasses that's not prescription is my Meta glasses. They're not prescription, but
Oh,
all the rest of my glasses prescription.
okay. I didn't know. Hmm.
Yep.
I thought there was glasses just for you to look
Mm.
cool.
Now, back in the day, I used to do that, but I've been wearing glasses for real since I was probably 27. That's a lot of years.
I think pretty much everybody except for Junior wear glasses.
I'm sure Junior wear glasses.
I think though, is they real?
I think so. By this point, I think by this point, all of us wear glasses. Got
You
to,
said
'cause
bad.
mine.
Um, I don't, I don't know. We gotta go see Junior too.
Well, you just say when.
Yeah, but, his birthday coming up.
Yeah. Yep. On the 7th.
It'd be good. Go see him on his birthday, cause it's been almost 2 years now. Cause ain't
Longer than
Amy
that
been
for me.
gone that long.
3. I think this year
Amy
will be
been
the
gone
third.
2 years.
This year will be the third. Yep. Yep.
Well, that's how the last that I done saw him when I took him back from the funeral.
He was at Amy's funeral.
No, I mean not the funeral. From seeing her,
Oh,
before
okay,
she
okay.
died.
Okay, because I'm
Yeah,
like, I would have saw him.
but you know what? I don't know why. I I I believe he was there.
I don't remember seeing him, so let me
He
say
might have
probably
he
not.
might have wasn't, but I think what it was, he came a week before or
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep. Well, I'm going to actually make sure I hit you up.
you don't have to let me charge your phone up.
All right. Well, then you hit me up.
All right.
All right.
Nice conversation with you.
You too. Thank you. And I love you. And goodbye.
All right.
All right. Bye.
I think I might be sitting on here talking a little bit longer. It's something. No. I'm gonna get off here. I'm gonna come back because it's something I want to talk about. Something I had heard. Uh, this lady had said, and when I heard her say what she said, something came to me about it because so I'm probably gonna come back a little bit
Okay.
later and there. But anyway,
All right.
thank
Definitely
y'all for
charge your
joining the
phone.
live, and I don't quite understand the messages, but thank you, thank you, and hope that you know y'all got something good out of what we were talking about. But yeah, I want to do this live, so this I was trying to try this out. So all right,
Goodbye.
later.